We're about to talk all about it. So, first, I just want to say congratulations to Lando for his first win ever in Formula One, and hopefully you have many more. I saw you were very excited. You should be. You've been on that step so many times and never on the top step, and you finally got there. Took 110 GPs, but you finally got there, and I think that is a true example of never can give up. Never can give up. But there are some things that have been said that I think are utterly damn ridiculous. First, I think it's ridiculous that McLaren hosted Donald Trump. I also think it's ridiculous of this statement that they decided to release because it seems like lack of accountability, responsibility. It's the same way to make an excuse that, oh, it's not about politics. So let's look at their statement because I'm going to go into some things with you all as an American, as a Black American, as a United States Navy military supporting American, the ultimate civil. What else do I got to say? I'm going to go into it. What's up, Ben? Xbox Fortress. Oh, whoa. What's going on, man? So we're going to get in here real quick and talk about these things. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because I wish America covered me that much, that well as this flag just did that I have. But the truth is, for years and years and centuries, it hasn't. Okay. So let's get into this. Now you see the picture right here. Hey, you did it to yourself. Zach, you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself, bro. I'm just calling it out like I see it. So we're going to talk about this statement first. Right here it says, McLaren is a non-political organization. McLaren is a non-political organization. Hold up. That can't be true. That can't be true that you actually feel like that, McLaren. It can't be true because I vividly remember you saying you wanted to become America's team. Last time I checked, that's going to take some political type situation to happen to become America's team. You're hosting a political figure. You're hosting a ex-president of the United States of America, which wasn't a good president by far. You're hosting somebody who has done some pretty awful political things. But you say it's a non-political organization. So you mean to tell me at no point in time are politics ever involved at Formula One? Is that what you're telling me? At no point in time are politics involved in Formula One? Or even at McLaren, is that what you're telling me? Because if that's the case, I don't think I can believe that. I don't think I can believe it. I don't. So let's go on what it says. However, we recognize and respect the office of the President of the United States. He's no longer in office. All right, so there's no respect in that office anymore. He's no longer in office. And the dip crap that's in there now is a whole nother worse in another direction. So when the request was made to visit our garage on race day, we accepted alongside the president of the FIA, the CEOs of Liberty Media, and Formula One. We were honored that McLaren Racing was chosen as the representative of F1, which gave us the opportunity to showcase the world-class engineering that we bring to the motorsport. Man, stop that bullshit. Stop it. Stop it. Listen, just stop it right now. You were honored to showcase the engineering that McLaren brings to the motorsport? No, bro, we're going to stop. You bringing and showcasing it. So Zach, when you was up there giving Donald Trump your phone, that was you showing him some engine. What was you showing him? A CNC machine? Was you showing him something back at the factory that y'all was working on? Or were you trying to get Donald Trump on the phone with somebody you know? Which one is it, bro? Because right now, this shit doesn't look good. There's no way of cleaning it up. You want to become America's team, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're doing it this way, it's not the good way. And I will say this, what happened to no? Because you speak so highly upon other things when it came to the cost cap. That's a political situation within Formula One. How somebody is cheating others. But wait a minute, you want to shake hands with Donald Trump? Bro, he done cheated a lot of people on a way bigger level that you done spoke about in Formula One. But you going to shake hands with him. Okay, I got you. So since some of us act like we don't know, which I'm going to say this right now. Kim, I'm going to say it right now. I'm finna get big when I say this. Kim Illman. Bro, it ain't no ill towards you and no pun intended on your Illman name. But I'm gonna play this clip because Kim, we gotta talk a little bit, brother. We gotta talk just a little bit. We're gonna go into something because Kim, I'm gonna answer your question since you seem like you don't know. I'm gonna answer the question for you. All right, I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
But two things absolutely floored me. One was the number of likes on the post. At the time of recording, it's in the order of 31,000 likes. But there are 1,200 comments. That's a lot for one of my posts. And almost all of them are scathing of the man. So I don't know what's going on here. You've got the vast majority of people commenting, hating him. But then there are 30,000 people liking the post. So America, I don't know what's going on in your country, but clearly he is quite a divisive man.
All right, Kim, let me tell you something. Bro, I was letting you slide. I was going to let you slide. I was saying to myself, yo, a lot of people on Kim's ass for taking the picture. That's what he does. He took my picture, took pictures of my shoes, put them on shoes of the paddock. That's what Kim does, right? So I said, yo, y'all shouldn't be that hard on Kim for taking a picture. That's what he does. He's trying to capture every moment of the sport. And good or bad, and this was bad. So I was like, you know, I ain't blaming Kim. But Kim, when you came and said this shit, bro, you capping. You're capping. I cannot believe you sat up there and said, you don't know what's going on in our country. You got no fucking clue about what's going on in America. So you just bringing your ass over there from UK, wherever the hell you reside. You just coming over here and don't have a damn clue about anything that's going on. So you don't know about Donald Trump. You ain't never heard about Donald Trump before you took that picture. You didn't know about the most iconic, most fucking horrible, one of the most horrible things to happen in this fucking damn last decade at fucking the damn Capitol. You didn't know about January 6, 2021? What you mean you didn't know about what's going on in the country? Why you were getting those type of comments on your fucking feed about Donald Trump? Bro, you capping. And I thought you had a bit more character and integrity than that to sit on there and act like you don't have a fucking clue about, I got no clue about what's going on in America. I got no clue about why these people would feel this way. Man, if you don't shut the hell up with that, bro, you cool with the pictures. But when you did that, you're capping. You are a pretty knowledgeable person, Kim. I'm a little bit disappointed that you would get on your fucking damn social media and act like you don't have a clue about why you would have 30,000 plus likes and 12,000, which is more than you usually get, of comments that were scathing in regards to Donald Trump's ass being on your feed. I let you go with the picture, but I'm not going to let you go with you saying that. Because I tell you what, Kim, if you don't know, I'm finna tell you. I'm finna give you a little short history lesson about who the fuck Donald Trump is and why the hell 12,000 people plus would send you comments that are scathing about you capturing that dickhead's picture. That's what I'm going to do for you. That's what I'll do for you. So let's get into it. Let's get into it real quick. So first thing I'm going to say is this. First thing I'm going to say, it is oddly funny because these two flags are very synonymous. These two flags are very, very, very well shown together when you see them, especially in Florida. I've driven down a street in Florida on a wrong turn, and damn near every house on that street had a Confederate flag and a Trump flag flying next to it. So what does that tell you, Kim? What does that tell you, Zach? What does that tell you, Lando? What does that tell you, Demonicali? What does that tell you, Ben? What does that tell you, Liberty Media? That a bunch of racist motherfuckers like Trump's flag has lightweight replaced the Confederate flag. Why else would people fly Trump's flag paired with a Confederate flag? A racist ass motivated people that wanted to keep people that look like me in slavery. That's what they were fighting for. And you're pairing it with the Trump flag. That's who you're inviting to your garage. That's who you're inviting to your garage. Somebody who welcomes the idea of racists, of bigots. Somebody who damn invites the idea of people who think lesser than of women. Somebody who invites the idea of people who look at women like symbols and just fucking items. Somebody who invites the idea that if you kill black people, I can celebrate you and hold a big ass parade and hold a whole conference inviting people to see you while your mom took you across state lines underage of having a firearm, and then you killed somebody and then held GoFundMe. GoFundMe, I ain't gonna let your ass slide either. Because you allowed those funds to go through for him, but meanwhile, there was a sister who started a GoFundMe for a homeless man who collected a bunch of money, and then you held that money because you said he didn't need it. How the fuck you doing that? Some underage kid, white kid, goes and kills people at this damn protest across state lines, a firearm he shouldn't have. We gonna allow them to have that money. But somebody starts a GoFundMe for somebody who's homeless trying to do right. They get the money, then you say, no, we can't let you have the money because you might spend it on drugs. Kim, if you didn't know what's going on in fucking America, I'm telling you what's going on in America right now.
Absolutely
so
floored me. One was the number of likes on the post at the time of recording. It's in the order of 31,000 likes.
Mclaren, if for some reason a company, an organization as big as yours, which, hey, thanks for hosting me, but I just keep shit real. Maybe that's why you ain't have me back, because I keep shit real and y'all don't like it. But you're willing to have Donald Trump, somebody who's done that, in your garage. What are we talking about? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Okay, well, if that's not enough, well, Jay, that's not enough. That's a Confederate flag. That don't really mean nothing. If you say a Confederate flag don't mean nothing, me and you need to have another conversation. We need to have another conversation. Yes, sir, R33. We sure can get an amen, because I'm not even finished yet. This is just the intro. This is just the fucking intro. So let's talk about Donald Trump a little bit more. Donald Trump right here said this: I could shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters. I could shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters. What in the hell type of presidential candidate is that to have occupy the White House? This man feels that he is emboldened enough, that he is entitled enough as a white man in America, really orange, because his tan is horrible, that he could go and shoot somebody and that they would still elect him president. He wasn't wrong, because he said it and he still became president of the United States. So in case you don't know, and in case Mclaren, you feel like that's not politically motivated, that we just had to, okay, what about, and you know what, let me get big when I say this shit. If it's not about politics, what about character? What about integrity? What about honor? What about those core true values about being a decent person doesn't say to you that, you know what, Donald Trump's not really what we want in our team garage. That's really not the message we're trying to send. There's too much around him. He's in an investigation. He's in an investigation. Like, come on. He didn't even do right when he was president. What about character values in your garage? What about all the good work you do, right? Or do you just do it for clout? So are we clout chasing, Mclaren? Is that what we doing? We clout chasing? Because that's the only reasonable explanation, that you do these things to clout chase and then you let somebody like this come in your garage with a damn Make America Great Again. He didn't do it the first time. He's not going to do it the next time. And if any of you motherfuckers think that Donald Trump is for you and you're in the working class of America, you got another thing coming, because he don't know shit about your struggle. He don't know shit about what you got to deal with. Only thing he's doing, making backyard deals, backroom deals, deals in his hotel room to become more rich and make other people that are associated more rich. And I'm going to tell you something else. Racist people, rich and poor, he don't give a shit about you. You serve an opportunity. You serve a means to an end. And you blindly do these things. Some of y'all ain't blind. Some of you just like it. Donald Trump entitled or made people feel like it was okay to be racist in America. It was okay to be racist. It's okay to kill black people. It's okay to defame and hate black people. That's what he did. He motivated a group of people like that. But Mclaren, you want him in your garage? Are we being serious? You didn't do no research? Every president ain't a good president. Every person's not a good person. And I'm not letting you slide on no excuse talking about we not political in this damn company. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a lame duck ass excuse if I'd have never heard one. So the guy you let in your garage said I could shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters. Good job, Mclaren. Congratulations. You played yourself. You played yourself. I tell you what, let's okay. Hey, I'm not done. That's just one thing. There's hundreds of things about Donald Trump that is not good. But let's go on to another thing. Let's check something else out. Let's talk about this, Mclaren, because you had me in your garage. You had me in your paddock club. You had the Hidden Genius group, which is a group that is motivated to get young black men off the street, put them in STEM programs, and show them an entire different life. They're not the only program. They're not the only other program. There's other programs out there that do it. But you had them in your garage. You invited them. We did a podcast together. You invited them. Well, let me tell you something. Donald Trump, let me tell you how he feels about people in the Hidden Genius Project and how he feels about people that look like me. Or even Lewis Hamilton. This is how he feels. Donald Trump in the 70s, big real estate. He was in the real estate. He's still in the real estate. He had his organization at a property do this. A supervisor told me that if a black person came to 2650 Ocean Parkway and inquired about an apartment for rent, and he, that is, was not there at the time, that I should tell him that the rent was twice as much as it really was in order that he could not afford the apartment, the ex-doorman said. So Donald Trump instructed his property management team that if black people come to this establishment, whether they can afford it or not, tell them that the price is double. So even if you could afford it, I'm going to get more money out of you than I'm going to get out of the white residents. Because the white residents were able to go in and they tested it and get offered those apartments that they so-called said were not available when black people inquired about them. So Mclaren, you invited somebody into your garage. You were happy about shaking hands with a man who discriminated purposely against black Americans. Black Americans. That's who you say is okay to shake hands with. Zach, that's who you gave your phone with to make a call. Lando, after your first win, that's who you up there partially celebrating with. People out here talking about, oh, invite Donald Trump, Mclaren win. No. Jimmy Butler writing Lando's name on his shirt is likely why they won. That's a champ. What are we doing? What are we saying? But, hey, people are crediting your win to Donald Trump. Congratulations, Mclaren. You played your fucking self. You played yourself. So if it's not about politics, how you feel about somebody discriminating against black Americans and trying to charge them double for a property in which they would only charge the white person lower? How you feel about that? I'd like to know how you feel about that. What statement you got about that? I'm just asking, since we talking. Okay, so if Donald Trump's presidential flag being flown with Confederate flag, which means there's got to be a reason for that, it's not enough. I can understand. Okay, I can't understand, but okay, if that's the case, if shooting somebody, feeling that you could shoot somebody and still be elected president is not enough, I can't understand that, but okay, you got your reasons. If discriminating against black people about getting housing is not enough, okay, you got your reasons. How about we just talk about fucking plain ass stupidity? How about we talk about plain stupidity? Yo, man, this is what he suggested. He suggested this when it came to the whole pandemic we was having. This is what Donald Trump, a man that you had in your garage, suggested we do.
It's interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs.
Oh, yeah, he said that. So if we're not talking about that, how about we talk about plain ass stupidity? This dude literally suggested that people should inject themselves with disinfectant. Does anybody else think that's a dumbass idea? He literally suggested we should inject ourselves with disinfectant. Meanwhile, during the whole course of this so-called COVID being a hoax, the motherfucker caught COVID. While him and a bunch of his other Republicans run around talking shit and mind you, disrespecting black women that were also in political positions, said, oh, it's a hoax, and then your ass called COVID. That while some of his other political friends, what they did do was invest in farm companies because they knew the shit was coming and made a shit ton of money and it pulled their money out. This is Donald Trump, y'all. This is who Mclaren said they were ecstatic about having in their garage. They were honored to host him so they could show him the engineering that they bring to the motorsport. You should have said hell no. But you only would have did that if you had the character to do that. You only would have came out with a statement that said, hey, we did not necessarily want to host Donald Trump or host the guest that was going to be supplied to us, but our management team told us that this is something we had to do. You didn't say shit like that. What they gonna do? Kick Mclaren out the sport? What, they gonna kick you out? You think Liberty Media is gonna take Mclaren and kick you out? So let me get this right, Zach. You check your balls any other time and they big when you got these other statements to make. But on this one, they shriveled and shrunk up like two dried ass raisins. Is that what I'm understanding? That the Zach Brown that is so verbal and vocal about political and damn controversial situations in Formula One, all of a sudden you don't have a peep to say? You ain't that Zach Brown no more? Bro, you got to keep the same energy. That's some suspect shit to me. Look like you was enjoying yourself. It's certain people I don't care to meet. It's certain people I ain't trying to meet. I'm just being straight up. Dude said, so if telling your American people to inject themselves, can we look into injecting disinfectant is not dumb enough? If rejecting and declining black Americans from getting equal housing isn't bad enough, if having your flag paired with a Confederate flag because you show those type of characteristics isn't bad enough, don't worry. I got some more shit for you, Mclaren. I got some more shit for you, Kim. I got some more things for y'all, people, and y'all can go ahead and take it from there. So let's talk about this next situation. All right, this one right here, we done that, right? We done that. There you go. Again, you can see that. So let's go into our next situation. Let's talk about Donald Trump and his daughter. Let's talk about Donald Trump and his daughter. All right? Because I got a big problem with this. DG Big Blue Navy. Hoorah. Trump and his father was sued by the federal government for that reason. Trump also don't care about the people that live in his apartments. He had the fire code changed. Big facts, bro. Boom. Boom. Slumlord. Anybody want to say slumlord? That's what Donald Trump is. Slumlord. Straight up like that. Slumlord. Okay. All right. So we going to get into something else. So Donald Trump, I mean, I don't know about you, Zach. I don't know about anybody in your organization. Maybe you do. You know, Kendrick just outed Drake for several pedophilia people surrounding him and maybe even himself. But I don't know if you got people on your team that feel like pedophilia is good or looking at your daughter as a sexual object is a positive thing as a father. But I know that shit gross to me. I know that's some nasty shit to me. That's gross as hell. What kind of shit is that? Oh, okay. All right. Well, shit, I'll tell you what. You know, hey, don't take my word for it. Take Donald Trump's word for
Have
it.
in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex.
So let me tell you something. I would never in my fucking life say that they asked his daughter, what do you have in common with your father? She said real estate and golf. Clean. Hey, that's cool. Racing and sports. Cool. What does Donald Trump say? I would say sex. What the fuck, bro? This is the same dude who's been on several outlets on national TV. He talks about his daughter's breasts. He talks about his daughter's legs. He talks about her ass. He even said that he would date his daughter if she wasn't his daughter. That's gross shit. That is nasty shit. This is the man you had in your garage. So I tell you what, Zach, if you ever gonna have Donald Trump in your garage again, if you got nieces, if you got grandchildren, if you got children, anybody, don't bring your little kids, don't bring your daughters, don't even bring your wives. Because this is the type of dude talking about his daughter as a sex object. Talking about her breasts all the time, talking about her legs, talking about dating her, talking about sex. What the fuck kind of shit is that? You know what kind of shit that is? Pervert shit. That's pervert shit. What are we doing? What are we talking about? Illman, you didn't know? Kim, you didn't know, bro? You take all these photographs around the world. You didn't know about this shit. You had no clue that this is why you get those comments in your thread section.
Donald,
Kim, Illman, you didn't know. Now you know.
Well, I was going to say
you,
sex.
Jay from Wolfpack Performance is informing your ass. I don't really think you needed to be informed, though. I'm pretty sure you knew something. But to play it like you know nothing, clout chase, excuses, hand behind the back, stop it. Stop it. This is who Mclaren decided to host in their garage. This is who Mclaren said, hey, we not a political organization. We just trying to have a good time. It's some people you don't have a good time with. I bet you if I showed up, because you know you got criminal charges, right? I bet you if I showed up and I had somebody with me that had said or done something or was under investigation, I bet you wouldn't be having them all in the garage. I bet you wouldn't. But this time it's okay. That's all right. It's good old Donald. Donald Trump ain't good for shit, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It's disappointing. I'm really disappointed. I shouldn't be, but I am disappointed. It's the same team who I thought we were building a relationship with, who I reached out when I said I'm going to talk to 100 and something plus kids about how to get into motorsports, particularly Formula One, and try to invite them out to the karting track. Is there something you would like to do since you're trying to be America's team, Mclaren? Is there something you would like to add into the gift bags or the gift packs that I'm going to give them that might point them in a direction to say, hey, maybe McLaren's our team first if we're going to get in sport? You know what you said? No. Matter of fact, the dude I contacted, which I talked to on the podcast, didn't even have the nerve to email me back, had somebody else email me back and say, no, we do our own thing. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe this is why. You know, at first I'm like, what the hell? Maybe, you just busy. But y'all do shit like this? No. I didn't think a team that was trying to be America's team would conduct themselves in that way, but maybe that's where I went wrong. Because if you're trying to be America's team, high elite people all up in there, they got certain different mind frames. They think different. Maybe that's what it was. Okay, I'll tell you what. Well, I mean, that ain't it. That's not it. We got something else. Let's talk about Donald Trump and his slum-ass ways. I'm going to tell you right now, Zach. I'm going to tell you right now, Kim. I'm going to tell you right now, the rest of y'all people who thought this shit was okay, that Donald Trump's just a former president of the United States. Wrong. He's not. He's a scumbag. He's been a scumbag. He was a scumbag when he was running. He was a scumbag when he got in. He's a scumbag now. And let me tell you how much of a scumbag he is. Because, Kim, if you didn't know this, Zach, if you didn't know this, and if either of y'all are married, if this is something you would do to your wife, I got to question some shit. Because it's not like it's your house. It's not like you was doing it because you wanted her to be close to you. Let's talk about Donald Trump and him burying his ex-wife on a golf course so that he could get tax benefits. How slum shit is that? Oh, you didn't hear me?
With your father.
Okay, I'll say it again.
Either
How about
real
we talk about
estate
Donald
or
Trump
golf?
and him burying
Donald,
his
with your
ex-wife
daughter?
Well,
on
I was going
a
to say
golf course
sex.
so that he could get tax benefits. Oh yeah, that's a real stand-up dude, Mclaren. That's a good guy. That's a guy you want to have in your garage and then say you're going to have kids in like you had the girls in and like you had the Hidden Genius Project in and say, hey, we only want good people around in our space. Okay, let me tell you something. Fire Marshal Bill, let me tell you something. All right? As a tax researcher, I was skeptical of the rumors Trump buried his ex-wife in that sad little plot of dirt on his Bedminster, New Jersey golf course just for tax breaks. Psychology professor Brooke Harrington, who wrote a book about how the 1% avoids paying taxes, tweeted on Saturday. So I checked the New Jersey tax code, and folks, it's a trifecta of tax avoidance. Property, income, and sale tax all eliminated. She noted that according to the state rules, there is no stipulation regarding a minimum number of human remains necessary for the tax breaks to kick in. Looks like one corpse will suffice to make at least 3 forms of tax vanish.
In common with your father.
Either real estate
So
or
Mclaren,
golf.
Kim,
Donald,
y'all didn't
with
know I'm
your
telling
daughter?
you right now.
Well, I was
Dude
going to say
buried his
sex.
ex-wife on a golf course, and mind you, see, you said sad little dirt plot to get tax breaks. Oh my gosh. You know what? If you're not a political organization, you're looking like a damn stupid organization right now. If you're not worried about being political, you should worry about looking smart. You should be worried about looking like you have some character. You should be worried about looking like you got integrity. You should be looking like you have some responsibility about who you do and don't have around your people, in your organization, wearing your fucking hat and saluting you like, I'm here for Mclaren. That's who he was there for, right? You were there with a dude who thought it was okay to use a body of his ex-wife to get a tax benefit, not to have her close so that he could see her. Not like if I lost my wife and I said, you know what, I'm burying her right here, home, because that's where she belongs. Not like that. Nah, I'm going to bury her on the golf course, bro, so I can save money. That's who you had in your garage. Congratulations, you played yourself. Hey, don't look at me like I'm wrong. Don't look at me like, and you know what's funny? Mclaren and other people in the sport would be like, see,
Either real estate
that's why we
or
don't
golf.
want J.L. Woolpack
Donald,
around.
with your daughter?
See,
Well, I was
he
going to
angry,
say
he
sex.
irate. See, he overbearing, he aggressive. Nah, I'm just real with my shit. I'm just real with it. People that know me know I'm cool. I could be playful and all that shit, but when it comes, I'm just gonna tell it like it is. You don't like that? Then you must not like looking in the mirror. That's how I feel. Keep it a buck. Keep it 100. I know you got Mclaren caps, but don't cap so damn much. OG Zilla, can I get tax breaks if I bury my dog in the backyard? Bro, I'm not sure. If that's the case, I need to get a tax break for these hamsters that we got back here at one, because my daughter was upset. I'm not sure if the dog count, but I'm pretty sure it got to be human remains, because the tax code says any minimum number of human remains, right, OG Zilla? So we all need to find out how we can get these tax breaks of the 1%, since they doing all these loophole shit. Right? Mind you, we around here as Americans paying tax on this, tax on that, tax on this, and you sending billions and billions of dollars out the country and ain't really giving none of that money to really help us. We got a homeless epidemic right now. We got kids that have student loans and they're working in the system. They're working, economically providing for this country, but you don't want to give them student loan forgiveness. But you sending $30+ billion somewhere else with no hopes on getting that shit back. What? Okay. Donald Trump for all that shit. He for all that. He for all that. So there you go again. I don't know what your tax breaks look in y'all area, but Donald Trump took advantage of burying his ex-wife on a golf course in a sad little plot as it's described in here. Also, he can get tax breaks. Is that shit cool or what? That must be the thing to do. Must be the thing to do. You know, that must be some cool shit. Like you gotta be happy with yourself right now. I mean, are y'all happy with yourselves, Mclaren? Y'all happy with that shit? Y'all happy with that? Huh? I mean, come on. This is the same guy that just recently said something about a bloodbath. That if he does not get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath. He said this. This is what Trump said. And what is he doing? And I don't care what they trying to say, talking about, oh, he was talking in regards to the, I tell you what, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to let this shit play. I'm going to bring it up. Let me bring this shit up. Here we go.
In common.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. Sex.
That's Donald Trump for y'all right there. Donald Trump for y'all right there. If you didn't see it, you didn't hear it, I'm going to play it again, and then I'm going to explain to you how they tried to explain it away. Now, mind you, this is somebody who's already shown a history of inciting war upon the country that they live in. I'm going to show you this shit one more time. One more time, I'm going to show you this shit. Because I damn sure looking like that shit sound crazy.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country.
So the way I get it is, if you don't get elected, you going to throw another temper tantrum. You going to call the racists and people out here that feel like they want to bring war up on America for all the wrong reasons. For all the reasons of slavery, for all the reasons of the white people being superior. No, listen, there are white people that don't feel like this. I'm going to be very clear when I say that. There are people, other brothers and sisters of Americans of mine that do not feel this way, that do not agree with discrimination, do not agree with the cop killings that took place unjustly, that do not agree with marching and storming the Capitol to go in and have people die in the process, do not agree with that. I'm going to be very ethically responsible and let you know that. I talk to them, I know them, I'm friends with them, and you would be surprised about who my father is. You would be surprised about that. I am telling you right now, there are people in America that don't agree with Donald Trump, but there are a lot of people that do. You want to know why I say it? A lot of people that do? Because Donald Trump was able to say this shit in America. Donald Trump says that black people like him because he's been discriminated against in the legal system. In a speech to a group of black conservatives, he also said black Americans embraced his mugshot more than anyone else. Zach, this who you had in your garage. Somebody that says, you know what? Black people like me because right now I'm a criminal. Black people like me because my mugshot. So let me get this right, Donald Trump. Let me get this right. Black people like
now. If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country.
Black people like you because your mugshot. Yeah, we like being in prison. We like being in jail. That's what. Just think about the mindset that he feels that way. That's the person that you had in your garage. Black people like me because I'm a criminal. Wrong. I don't like your motherfucking ass. And guess what? I ain't a criminal. I know criminals that don't like your ass. But you think black people like you because you're a criminal. You didn't say black people that are criminals like me because I'm a criminal. You said black people. So all of us like you because you're a criminal now. All of us like you because you discriminate. Bro, if you don't shut the hell up with that bullshit. But you know what, Zach? This who you got in your garage, bro. This who you said was cool to represent McLaren on that day. This dude incited a war, a civil war on the American Capitol. That ain't enough. And don't tell me, hey, Kim, don't tell me you didn't know about that, bro. Are you telling me that you didn't know about the insurrection? You telling me you didn't know that? Whose flag is that they're holding? Trump's flag. Trump incited this shit. He called for this. And then meanwhile didn't show up. Why? Because he knew this was going to happen. He knew that this is what he was aiming for. Those are Trump flags. That's a Trump shirt. That's a Trump hat. And several other Trump hats in his entire... There go another blue Trump flag down there. Storming the Capitol. A criminal act. An act of war. Of civil war on this country. But he ain't locked up. He's able to go up and run for presidency again. Not only does that say our country is fucked up, Trump is fucked up, but McLaren, you fucked up. That ain't a good look, bro. That's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's a bad look, and on a very glorious day for your driver and your team. You think Jimmy Butler was there liking Trump? Huh? Matter of fact, Alpine, I bet you Travis Kelce wasn't feeling the Trump shit. Woo. A bit disappointing. That's all I'm saying. It's a bit disappointing. I mean, what are we talking about? Protesters storm Capitol. All these Trump flags, they might as well say Trump people. Trump flag right here, Trump flag right there, Trump flag right there, Trump flag, Trump flag, Trump flag. There's already 6 or 7 Trump flags just in this image alone. 1 at the bottom, 2, 3 over here to the left-hand side, 4 right up here up top. These people got Trump flags all over the damn place. You talk about protesters, they should have said Trump protesters. Put an address on that shit. Put an address. And let me tell you one thing. Y'all don't sit here and think for one damn minute. Had these protesters been Black Americans storming the Capitol in flocks like this, y'all don't think for 1 minute that what they spared these white Trump protesters, they would have spared people that look like me protesting. They would have brought the National Guard out and there would have been a bloodbath for real on the Capitol. I mean, they killed Fred Hammond. They assassinated him in his bed while his wife was pregnant. They infiltrated him and they assassinated him via the police. Shot the man dead point blank in the head. You're sitting there present while Malcolm X is assassinated. Didn't do shit. Martin Luther King, protest the war. What happened to him? Assassinated. Fidel Castillo down in Florida, a gun permitting member. What happened to you? What happened to all the motherfuckers that stand up for the 2A amendment? Huh? What happened to y'all with him? Shot unjustly in front of his daughter and they could have killed his daughter. What happened with that? Sitting up here, George Zimmerman, still out here living life, able to try to sue the family of Trayvon Martin. Fucking people, listen, they told George Zimmerman to sit his ass in his car and do not walk after that teenager who was only going to the convenience store to get candy and a drink. And what he did was become some goddamn asshole, got out of his car because he wanted to get his jollies off and killed him. Killed a kid. Same way in Florida, white dude thought just because they playing music, I'm going to get my gun out and shoot them. Premeditated, go back, try to not do nothing, go to party. Listen, don't think for 1 minute that America would have handled that the same way, or people that had the opportunity and were able to make certain decisions the same way that they handled all these white people that were Trump supporters storming the Capitol, in which people died in the process. People are traumatized that are inside the Capitol. You got members of the political parties hiding out in rooms because they running and scared for their life because these damn hooligans, these damn bigots running through there tearing up shit. But McLaren, that's who you had in your garage. OG Zilla says, I hate to say it, but let's be real. I doubt any team would have turned Trump away. I don't know. Why did they pick McLaren? McLaren's not the... Okay, let's do this. Why did they pick McLaren? Since we got some time, Why? Because this goes into my next one. Why did they pick McLaren? McLaren is not Formula One's American team on the grid. Why you pick McLaren? Huh? So did they or did they not? Was McLaren the only team they came to with that? Are we sure? If so, maybe it was. But why would Trump bid McLaren instead of fucking Haas? Haas is the American.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country.
Sex.
Have a fucking Russian sponsorship. Uralkali flew Russian colors, supply Russian manufacturers. Fucking were in trouble for sanctions of not selling to Russians. Shit, Trump lined up with Haas perfectly. Trump over there with Putin boys and kicking it. So why he didn't go to Haas? Why McLaren? Why he didn't go to Red Bull? They the number one team right now. They busting it up and running. Why didn't go to Red Bull? Why not Ferrari? The most prestigious and most heritage team in the fucking Formula One. Why not Williams? Owned by a American financial company in Dalton Financial. Why not them? They got American ties. So McLaren only. So was it the other teams weren't so cool with it, or McLaren was happy to have it? Or McLaren was told they had to, and McLaren could have said something to kind of let their people know we didn't have a choice in the matter. It's something we had to do, but you looked mighty happy to do it. So OG Zilla, I'm not too sure another team wouldn't have turned them down, but what I can say is this, brother. Maybe we have a bit too much hope or a level of expectation from these teams, because maybe you might be right, bro. Maybe all that we racist one shit, maybe all the other crap that we hear being talked about diversity and inclusion and what we really want to do, maybe it's all cap. Maybe it's all for the bottom dollar. Maybe they really don't care about diversity. Maybe they really don't care about black people or people in general in America being mistreated or being underserved by somebody like Donald Trump. Maybe they don't care about Donald Trump and how he has sexual fantasies about his daughter. Maybe they don't care how Donald Trump discriminated against black Americans trying to get housing and they could afford it and trying to charge them double even if they could. Maybe they don't care about Donald Trump burying his wife on a golf course just so he can get tax breaks. Maybe they don't care about Donald Trump telling his people to inject themselves with disinfectant. Maybe I can keep going on. Maybe they just don't care. Could be right, bro. Jumper DC, what's up? MAGA 2024. Shit, bullshit. Hey, got your super chat. Hey, he ain't never made America great. He ain't never made America great. Never. Not one damn time. Not one time. But, hey, been a lot of horrible presidents, but if that's the dude that you support, oh yeah, tell me what kind of person you are. Tell me what kind of person you are. Just surely on his character and integrity, would never. Nah, not at all. Not one damn bit. So, hey, McLaren, if you didn't know, now you know, and there's more for you to know. Kai, Kim, Illman, you take wonderful photographs, bro. Wonderful photographs. You do awesome job. Women of the paddock, shoes of the paddock, men of the paddock. Very good. Very good. But now you know. If you didn't know, now you know. Trump's associated with Confederate flags. He's been racist. He says racist things. He says sexist things about his daughter. That's what he does. And that's who he is. That's exactly who he is. So, hey. Maybe that's what y'all align with. Maybe y'all align yourself with people like that, and we just now really kind of finding out since it was a figure of that magnitude. Because he's in Florida all the time. Got a damn golf course down there. It's crazy, fucking nice. I'm just keeping it real. The golf course is bananas. It's like stupid crazy. But maybe this is who these teams are. Maybe some of these teams. Maybe all these teams. Maybe all the owners of these teams. Now, we won't go down to, I will not say a part is a representation of the whole, because you all know how that goes, right? One part is not a representation of the whole, and the whole may not be a true representation of the individual parts. So we have drivers that completely. We have people that might have been in McLaren was completely disgusted about Trump being there, especially maybe women, knowing how he talks about women, knowing how he feels about women, knowing how he talks about his daughter. I'm pretty sure there are women that are like, hell no. But I mean, some women might not even give a damn. But hey, now you know. And hey, I'm disappointed in your soul. So we'll see what happens. We got a break this week. We will have racing this week because, you know, when Formula One is off, we are on. So we will have F1 racing, F1 2023. If you want to join the race, you already know how to reach me. Send me an EA Sports request. Make sure that you're either in this live chat in YouTube, no less than 15 minutes before to make sure that I can send you an invite, or better yet, 30 minutes before, waiting for me to get into the chat to start trying to send out invites when I set up the lobby, okay? That is what we do. We will be live again later this week. Hey, Trump, if y'all won't, still ain't no one donating more than me here laughing my ass off. Hey, you know, truth is truth. Facts is facts. Facts is facts. He said, hey, Trump, all you want, you right. Hey, right there is 99. Hey, you donated 100, damn near $1 shy. You should have just made it even 100. I feel you, but you exactly right. You told the truth. Matter of fact, you just donated more than anybody else. So big shout out to you. At least you ain't lied about that. I can like that for the truth. You told the truth, which is more than Trump might do. More than Trump you might do. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't hate Trump. I don't stand for what Trump stands for. Okay? That's what I don't do. I don't stand for what Trump stands for.
In common with
now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the
businessman out of this world, but not a businessman that completely understands the working class or maybe even above that. I mean, how many of you, as much money as you just super chatted right there, do you have a parent that you can turn to and ask to borrow $14 million so that you can get started in aviation in any form or fashion? Donald Trump don't know about that. He don't know about your lifestyle. He don't give a shit about your lifestyle, man. He don't care about you, means to an end. This dude's a scam artist. This dude, his integrity is in the dumps. He's somebody who is basically a political thug, and a thug even outside of that. All right. So how you support somebody who discriminates against other fellow Americans because of the shade of their skin? How you support somebody who does what Donald Trump has done? I don't know, but that might say something about you. Might say something about you. You know, so I mean, what the hell else can we say about that? But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Jumper DCS. So hey, I don't rock with it. I don't rock with him because of the person who he is. I'm a person that is people over politics and character over color all day long. OG Zilla, bro, all the video clips are playing at the same time on slide transitions. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, bro.
In common with your father.
There we go.
Either real estate or golf.
Donald,
appreciate
with
you,
your
man.
daughter.
Appreciate you.
Well,
Appreciate
I was going to say sex.
So, yeah, I don't know how y'all. I don't know how you think that shit cool. I really don't. It's not for me. It's definitely not for me, man. Definitely not for me. Appreciate you, bro. But other than that, you know, people do what they want to do. People say what they want to say. That probably might have needed to happen, OG Zilla, for real. Maybe that needed to happen. Maybe abstractly, that needed to happen. All that shit up at once, so people was just like confused on what the hell's going on. What the hell's going on is Trump's a piece of shit. Mclaren hosted him. Act like they had no idea what he had done, where he was, and if it's political. Kim Illman saying he didn't know what's going on in our country, why he's so divisive, but I guess we'll see. F1 U.S. viewership down 25% already, track limit says. 25%, a quarter. That is definitely not good. Not saying it won't come back, but I'm saying that's not positive. And McLaren, you part of that. Think about this, McLaren. Your first race win for Lando is now associated with being partnered with a piece of shit as far as Trump. You overshadowed your first race win by making a decision that I know you knew who this guy was. Zach Brown, as smart, as intelligent, as informative as you are, I know you know something about Donald Trump that says it's not good business. And here it is, a gift came your way and it's dingied and dirtied up because you decided to make a decision and or not make a statement that said McLaren upholds character, values, and integrity. Although everybody does not, there are some things that we are told to do that we have little decision in doing, which, like I said, was Formula One, was Liberty Media going to kick out McLaren? Were they going to tell you couldn't compete in the sport? Were they going to say you no longer can be part of this sport? As big as McLaren is, as much as you are doing in other sports in America, were they going to tell you to kiss off and you're out of Formula One, Zach? Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. What they was going to do, fire you? Do they have the ability to fire you, Zach? Do they have the ability to fire you? Or somebody, because like Roger Goodell can only do so much. He can't make a team fire somebody. He can't make a team sell their own team unless it's something so egregious they have to vote on it. So where there are going to be enough votes to dethrone Zach Brown after Lando gets his first race win in the new era of ground effects and before the damn new regs kick in the PU. Was that really going to happen? No. Oh, I don't think so. But feel free to let me know. Maybe, Zach, maybe they told you if you don't do it, you're out of here. McLaren's out of the sport. We're never going to have you back. We're going to fine you $100 million. Maybe so. But I'm willing to tell you this. An organization as big as yours, 100 milli, I could only guess how much money you would have gained in a short amount of time. There would have been more than 100 million for people knowing McLaren said no to Trump. McLaren said no, they ain't with that Trump shit. It came out with a statement. Listen, we support diversity. We support women and inclusion. We support people that do the right things across the world. And because of that, we didn't feel that having and hosting Donald Trump was the best thing for us as people, the best thing for us as a team, and damn sure the best thing for us as a brand. McLaren is working to become Americans' team, and if we're going to do that, we want to do it in the right way. And if little mistakes as possible, I can only wonder how much credit and how much respect you would have got for that. Just saying, just my thought. I could be wrong, because I don't handle as much money as you. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, Maybe I'm just, American. Maybe I'm just American. Maybe that's it. I'm just American. But hey, anyway, people, that's enough of my rant for today. There's no way I know that y'all thought, oh, he ain't gonna say nothing about this. Come on, you know me better than that. Of course I was gonna say something about this. Wolfpack out. Peace.